All right, fuckers, strap in. This is going to be a story. So, no shit, there I was, living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now, kiddies, I want to warn you, this tale involves the use of, shall we say, certain herbs. Hold on one second, let me play my turn real quick. Ignore a module on him. We'll grab you. Ooh. I mean, we can start converting to dragons. It's definitely a way to go. Anyway, okay, no shit. Yes, I mean pot, to be honest. The old Mary Jane. Anyway, I'm like, I think it's the summer I turned 17. My dad comes up to me, wakes me up one morning. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go volunteer at this golf tournament, right?" Okay, let's turn the music down. All right. So he's like, "We're gonna go volunteer at this golf tournament." Wakes me up on a Saturday. I'm just like dead to the world. You know, teenager. I'm Rayman right now because it's like insanely hot and I'm not wearing the suit, so I put on my green shirt for my green screen so I could be Rayman. But anyway, really long story. I ended up going with my dad to go do, go volunteer at this tournament. Walking around, like they give me a hip harness thing and a pole with scores for like third and fourth place, and I'm walking around and I put the pole in the hip like pocket thing, and I'm just standing there for hours in the sun. I got baked beforehand. I, fucking nothing better to do. I didn't really want to go, but I wanted to spend time with my dad, so fuck it. So here we are, doing. I'm walking through, and I'm thinking like maybe we'll grab food. No, I didn't say anything about it, so my dad didn't think anything about it because he ate before we left, like a responsible fucking human being. Me being a teenager and having absolutely zero forethought and like fucks in general to give, I kind of just did my own thing. I was like, all right, well, we're gonna get there. I'll just do whatever. And they had those like, yeah, as one does. The Nature Valley, like, fucking crumbs everywhere. Those bars. They're good. I like them, but, like, oh man, that was it. So I'm walking around rationing my bottle of water. They did give me water if I asked for it. But, like, just baked and nothing really to eat. And this is all day. Talking, it goes from, like, noon to, like, the sun's going down. I think it was earlier than noon. I don't really remember. This is years ago. Oh, no, I meant to grab that. Fuck. Yeah, we'll grab the mech just in case. Hey, okay, here we go. Hardcore pivot. We keep you. You're gone. Oh no, yeah, you're gone. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There you go. Grab you as well. Discover Battlecry minion. Oh, beautiful. Give the dragons. Oh, I have too many things. Damn. That's my big attack. That's the whole reason he works. It's not worth it to sell anything. All right, we'll have to chill. Anyways, they're just like basically think of them as like really dry granola bars that just break apart. So a long day. I'm out there walking around doing my thing. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie. I was just a moody teenager about it. So by the end of the day, I meet up with my dad. And he's all like jolly as one is because he's in his element. He loves this shit, and I'm all like, yeah, let's go. It's fun. I'm trying not to let on that I actually had a good time. Oh my goodness, I'm about to die. So he straight up, we're walking over. There's this whole big event for the people that worked there and the people that volunteered. Big band, fucking really nice food. This is a really swanky country club. Like this was like a PGA thing. Uh, so I'm out here doing, like about to go and grab some food because my stomach is like, bro, reaching out of me, grab me by the neck. Like if you don't fucking eat, I swear I'll kill you myself. So I'm like, all right, man. Hey, let's go get something to eat. I'm walking over. I lived? What? I love it when I do that. 1 second. Let's see if we can pull off some magic. That's going to be a great big no from me, dog. All right, we got to do some shit then. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a radical fucking shift. Is that the Lullabot one? Yeah. You're gone. Put you out. Sell you. This to discover a Battlecry minion. Fucking perfect. Fuck yeah, dude. Get rid of him. Boom. Fuck it. Boom. My final offer. Oh. Nobody's gaining attack. Oh, no, I guess it is. All right. I want that. Okay, so I feel this hand on my shoulder. And I just stop, like, oh, what? And I turn around and there's this dude that works for the golf place. And he's like, do you want to make some money? And I'm like, immediately giving him the side eye. Like, what do you mean? Damn. Someone's a copy of his minion. He's all like, no, dude, it's real easy. All you got to do is go drive around on the golf course and check her out. Check out, make sure there's no golf carts. Just one hole 1 to 18. That's all you got to do. I was like, is there anybody out here on this course? And they're like, no, there's nobody's out there. I was like, swear. And he's like, yeah. I was like, sweet. You don't tell a 17-year-old man or male that there is no one on a golf course and go, here's a golf cart. You have no supervision. Please go do a thing for us. And I'm like, yes, sir, I'll do that. I'll do it twice. Thank you, bye. And immediate. If this was a movie, smash cut to me spinning donuts on the fucking green. It was bad. I'm so glad I'll never go back to this place. I don't even remember the name of it. It's the only reason I'm telling this fucking story, because this happened like, damn, 17. Fuck's sake, man. Almost 20 years ago. I'm old. Anyway. I'm doing my thing, right? I'm great. Having a blast. I actually do the job. I go and I fucking check out each of the holes. But like I ain't riding along the cart path like, yes, excuse me, Reginald, be a dear and check over that. No, there's none of that. We're out here full on America, fuck yeah, spinning out, blasting through at the fastest speed I can. And this isn't like some kind of, these are your dad's golf carts. These are like, nice golf carts. These things are flying. So I'm out here, bumping, jumping hills and shit. The only thing I didn't do was drive through the sand traps because that shit would have left evidence. Yeah, dude, it didn't have nitro, but like it felt like the fastest golf cart I've ever been on. And everything's great. It's all hunky dory. I'm having a blast, fucking Freebird solos playing in my head. And then I see this big hill and an open field behind it. And I'm like, I'm about to have my, what was that game that was big at the time? Need for Speed Most Wanted moment. I jumped the hill. I got so much air. And it was one of those moments where time slowed down and I'm looking down out around this field. And then I notice big fucking ditch running through the middle of the field. And I'm like, I'm going to make it. I didn't make it. Nose hits the ditch, flips me out of the fucking golf cart, and the golf cart over onto itself. I climb out of this thing, do the fingers, toes, wiggle check. I'm like, oh fuck! Immediately, This arm is just not having a good time. I can move it, but it fucking hurts. I grab my bones, that whole thing. None of that. It's just every time I move my arm, it sucks. So I figured, like, worst case scenario, I dislocated my shoulder or something. All right, cool. But I can still move it. So maybe I just, like, pulled something. This is like one of those, I'm young, I fuck myself up, go to sleep, wake up the next day, feel a little less sore, I'll bounce back kind of shit. So I'm like, cool. I go back. Bear in mind, this is out past the 18th hole. So I have to walk back, grab the keys, walk back. I am fucking starving at this point. Go all the way back, manage to make it back. My dad is sitting there with a plate full of just the best food that smells amazing, and he's having a good time. He's been having a blast all day. I wish I had as much fun this day as my old man did. But I'm walking through, and the guy that started, or gave me the gig in the first place is standing around. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Here's your keys. Don't worry about it. Put the cart back. There was nothing. You're good." He's like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Handed me $50. Groovy. I'm doing everything I can to keep my left arm just not moving. Walk over to the food. Smells like heaven. And then I notice it's just tables with chafing dishes laid out on them. There's nowhere to set a plate or anything to make a plate because, you're a grown ass human being. You got two fucking hands, hold your plate, make your plate. Except I don't have two functioning hands. And these aren't like little paper plates. This is like big, heavy ware. And I'm just like, why? I'm standing there. I try to pick it up. I try to do it, but I can't. And I can't let anybody know what I did because, oh, fuck, there'll be consequences and we can't have that. So I just, mad as fuck, just put the plate down. I go, flop down in a chair all pouty in front of my dad, who is at this point, is like I said, having a great time. He's in his element. Band's good, music's good, food's good. He had a good day. He looks at me and he's like, "You ready to go?" And I was like, "Yes." I made it halfway to the parking lot before I'm like, "Oh God, it hurts so fucking bad." And my father, yeah, oh no, the consequences of my action. Um, my father was like, didn't miss a beat. "What the fuck did you do?" And I'm like, well, you hear him laughing in the background. I don't think he's ever heard me tell this story. He lived it. But I've told this story for years. I always said if I had a comedy special, this is like the finisher. So I'm there. That's a big truck outside. Anyway, so I'm there and I'm like, "Oh my God, it hurts." And he's like, "What did you do?" And I told him the story I've told you thus far, leaving out a handful of details. So he's like, "What the fuck, man? When I told you," I was like, "Yeah, but have you ever done anything like this?" Because one of his favorite things to tell me growing up was, "There's nothing you've done that you're gonna do that I haven't done. You ain't gonna get anything over on me. I know what you're doing." And I was like, "Did you ever do this?" And he just glares at me for like half a minute. Fuck's sake. Massive trash truck just rolled down my street right past my open door. Anyway, he just looks at me for like half a minute and he's just like, "It wasn't a fucking competition." I just kind of give him that like grin, that got me out of trouble when I was a kid, and I'm sure he found much more irritating when I was grown. Go home, no biggie. I think like I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It just hurts when I move my arm. And he went through the same mental checklist I did. He's like, no broken bones. If your shoulder was dislocated, you wouldn't be able to move it. We got to take you to the hospital. So we go home. I don't even get a fucking shower. I can't get any food in me because he's like, "Change your clothes, change the shirt." Because I was covered in sweat. I was like, "I want to get out of this shirt." Change my shirt. We go to the hospital, and I'm sitting there for a while. And at this point, I'm just kind of like miserable, just full on. I'm done with the day. And they get me into like the ER, and they got me in like this little, paper walled off fucking examination bay, and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Can I get anything to eat?" And they're like, "No. We're not sure if there's any internal bleeding or anything like that, any internal damage. So if we give you food right now, it could kill you." And I'm like, fucking hating life. All I wanted was something to eat. She's like, "No, we can't do it." Hours, like I want to say 2 or 3 go by, and I am fucking like just delirious at this point. But luckily, they gave me this nasty shit to drink, right? So that way they could do an MRI and it would it's some dye or whatever. I drank that. It filled my stomach a bit, and I stopped hating life so much. I could focus on like I could look past my stomach being like "fuck you" every second of my existence to realize just how much that shoulder hurt. Well, they're like, so they have me do the MRI. I do that. I go in the big fucking wound thing, and they go, all right, look, we think that you might have damaged your spleen. And I'm like, what? How the fuck is that affecting my shoulder? They're like, it could be inflamed, swelled up against your sciatic nerve, which just runs all of that. And I'm like, well, shit, okay. So they give me the morphine button. The morphine button was wonderful. It was bing, 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 bing. I ain't feeling shit. I'm having a good time. I'm watching a Comedy Central special on Larry the Cable Guy, who was big at the time. I'm laughing at jokes I've already heard. I don't give a fuck. Nobody told me the button turns off after so many presses. I'm just like, having a good fucking time, right? And then placebo effect's wonderful. So I am just out of my dome. I'm walking high on clouds. And then a guy rolls in with a with an ultrasound. You know, they use it to just look at your internals. Most commonly used for pregnancies. Well, that's where my brain immediately went. I'm like, you just have to look at babies. He goes, yeah. My dad, who has been thoroughly fed up with my shit at this point, is just sitting there like this. And I'm like, quiet for a minute. And I'm like, I swear you could hear the gears turning in my head. And I'm like, does that mean I'm pregnant? Dude looks at me and goes, what do you want, a boy or a girl? I was like, I want a daughter. And he's like, congratulations. And I turn to my dad and I glare at him. I'm like, Dad, call Becca, my girlfriend at the time. And he's like, why? And I was like, that bitch knocked me out. Long story short, I did lacerate my spleen. It didn't, well, not so short. Moral of the story, I did lacerate my spleen. Didn't kill me, but if it had ruptured, I could have died. But that is the most American thing I've ever done. Engaged in teenage shenanigans, covered it up, and faced zero consequences save for actual life-threatening injuries.